Hey friends, how are you? Happy Sunday evening. This is kind of weird going live on a Sunday, but welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. So once you hop on tonight's live, or if you happen to watch the replay later, just say hi in the comments or put hashtag replay in the comments so that I know that you are here. I also, real quick, want to let you know that I'm live in 3 locations this evening. So if you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your feed, that person may be viewing and commenting from a different platform. Also, if you are watching from my private Facebook group, there is a permission link in the description of the video. If you choose to click that link, that just allows StreamYard, the online streaming platform that I'm using, it allows them permission to post your profile name and pic to your comment. You can choose not to click that link. That is totally your choice, but just know that if you don't click the link, then your comment will show up as Facebook user in my comments. I just won't know who to say hi to, but I will still interact with you. I will still say hi. I will still answer any questions that you have. And if at any time during this project you like what you see and you think others should see it, or if you would like to help out my small channel, please feel free to share the craft love out to social media land. Hit that heart button, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, turn on all your notifications. And if you do share it, also tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you. With that, let's go look over here to the comments. I see that Margie is on. Welcome. And Jason is watching from the other side of the door. He says he's watching the Taylor Swift concert. Oh, wait, the Chiefs game. Raise your hand if you're sick of hearing about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I said it. It might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm done with it. Let's move on. Literally and figuratively. Okie doke. I need to try to pull up my comments on my iPad. I forgot how to do that. I haven't been watching live on my iPad for... Oh, wait, I have to swipe a bit. I don't remember. A bit. Oh, wait. Swipe left to reveal comments. That never works. Oh, well. Okay, let's move on. So I'm going to go ahead and swap cameras out. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this. Oops, wrong one. That one, and we'll swap these. Actually, I'm just going to do this. My hair's a disaster. I'm hot and sweaty. I have been trying to finish up some things before a craft show this next weekend. Hello, Miss Sharon from Delaware. She's asking, what you got good for us tonight? Well, I have been making fabric pumpkins since July, and I've probably made about 75 of them. So I've had these saved out since my first harvest of fabric pumpkins, because I've done these for the last couple of years, and I like to show you that you can chalk on these. So I've literally upcycled a pair of my adult son's jeans that he has blown out. But you can go to the thrift store and get jeans for really cheap. If you've outgrown any jeans, or if your kids have blown out the knees of their jeans, save them, because they make the cutest little fabric pumpkins. And before I get started, I just wanted to show you a few of the pumpkins that I've made. So these are going to be mine personally, this Dia de los Muertos fabric, the Day of the Dead, the little sugar skulls. I like those. So just like these pumpkins, we have 3 different sizes. And then I have the little Southwest ones. I have this mud cloth pattern. I have the cute little cow print. And then you can even double them up. So like I didn't have enough of the cow print to make both sides. So I doubled up a cow print with a cute little denim. So that is what we're going to do this evening. So I literally, when I first started making these, And I don't know what I did with my patterns, but I just found 3 round things in my house that seemed like they nestled together. So I have a stair step of pumpkin sizes. And then I've literally I cut those out of cardstock, and I've been using them for the last 3 years. And so then what I do is, I don't know if you can see on this one, I literally just hand sew around the edge of the pumpkin, and then I leave a small hole so that I can stuff it. Usually I like to leave a thread so that I can, once I've finished stuffing the pumpkin, then I can just reload my needle onto this thread, and then I can finish sewing up the pumpkin. But before we do that, I wanted to just show you how quick and easy it is to chalk on these pumpkins. And you can do any patterns. So I just picked out a few. So these are from the textured found patterns. The transfer with the leopard print sadly is sold out, but I believe you can get these 2. These are from 2 different found pattern size D transfers. So this is actually an 18 by 18 transfer with 4 different designs. So that's what we're going to be using. So, and I usually only chalk on one side. So I just need to figure out, I think, let's use the book page on the big one. And because I'm working on fabric, I'm not going to fuzz these. So I'm just going to peel it. Oh, if you're new here, this is a Couture reusable silkscreen silkscreen transfer stencil. They used to just call them straight up transfers, but now they've added transfer stencil to them. So because these are sticky back, they are reusable. Because they're reusable about 8 to 12 times, depending on how well you take care of them. You do need to denote somehow on the back side that it is the the back side of the carrier sheet. That way, when you're finished cleaning it, you know that once you're ready to stick it back on the carrier sheet, that it goes on this side, not this side. So I usually just write the name of the transfer on the back. Now with some of the new transfers, they are making them a different color on the back. I don't know if I have any of those handy. I'm going to look through my stash and see if I had any of the new ones out. I don't. But the new ones have kind of a tinted yellow background on the back side, so you know that that's the back side of the carrier sheet. Because I'm working on a glass mat, I'm going to put the backer sheet behind my pumpkin. I'm just going to lay my transfer down and give it a good burnish. Make sure it's all stuck down. I'm going to be using paste tonight. You might be asking, well, you're using fabric. Why aren't you using ink? I don't think these are ever going to be washed, so I'm not worried about using ink because I don't want to have to heat set these, and paste seems to work really well. So I'm just dipping my squeegee in my paste, and I'm just going to drag my squeegee across the silkscreen area. And it doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to get bunched up once we add the veining into the pumpkin. It's mainly to add a little bit of texture and detail to just a regular piece of denim. fabric. Hello, whoever hopped on. I can't see my comments from my crafty page or my crafty group, but hello to whoever just hopped on and said good evening. My phone is, I don't know where, so I'm using my iPad, but I don't remember how to get comments on my iPad. Oh, it's Bonita's asking if I'm frozen or is it just you. It looks like it's just you, so you might hop out and hop back in. Oh, Jason's bringing me my phone. Thanks. I actually have comments now. It's Miss Bonita that said hello. Okay, so I'm just going to pull it up. Bonita, let me know if that helps. Coming in and coming out. Ooh, that's fun. Look at the book page. You can actually read it. So I have a little table right next to me, and I'm just going to spray down my transfer to keep that paste wet until I have a chance to wash it. So there's what the book page looks like. You can actually read it. It's pretty fun. Okay, so I'm going to set that one aside, and let's get out our houndstooth, which is one of my favorite patterns. I love a good houndstooth. So this is the medium-sized pumpkin. It's about almost 6.5 inches wide. Again, I just grabbed random round things from my house and made patterns that way. Bonita says that's cool. Let's see if that's, yep. So again, I'm just going to burnish. I'm not fuzzing because I want this transfer to adhere down to my fabric so I don't have any air bubbles and my paste does not bleed. And again, like I said with the book page, it does not have to be perfect either, because once we add veining, it's going to bunch all of that fabric back up, and it may not look perfect then either. So I'm not going to worry about it at this stage. So how's everyone's weekend been? I'm not ready for it to end. Okay, I'm going to put the excess back in my jar. I'm going to pull this off. And if you've noticed the ticker, it says use this pen. Hit the heart button and put pumpkin in the comments to enter tonight's giveaway. You don't necessarily have to hit the heart button, but to be entered into the giveaway, you do need to put the word pumpkin in the comments. And I will try to remember to draw that at the end of the night. Okay, so there is our houndstooth. And then let's bring in our smallest one. And this is the leopard. Again, this one is retired, but you can go through your transfers, or you could use a mylar stencil, or you could use a vinyl stencil. Just look through what you have, and you can use any design. The mini buffalo plaid works great. The large buffalo plaid would work. If you have any of the stripe background transfers. There's a Halloween damask. If you bought that in the last couple of years, that would work great. Any little floral accents, if you just do any floral accents in fall colors, that would work. So if you have a daisy pattern, just do those daisies in some fall colors, and that would totally fly. So I'm just going around filling in all of the area on my denim. Hello, Miss Amanda. Jason says he must like the houndstooth one. Okay, let's pull this one up. Scooch it over here. I'm just, again, spraying my transfers down. I have them over here on the side table until I can clean them. That way I can keep that paste wet so it's a little easier to clean. And then there is our cute little leopard one. So let's get this out of my way. Anita says she isn't ready for the week. She needs another day off. Amen. Okay, so let's give these a good dry. So if you're hopping on late, these are some of the pumpkins I've already made. These are not chalk couture, but they're just fabric remnants. This is about pumpkin number 75 that I've made. I've made quite a few pumpkins this year. So there's the book page one again. And again, these were jeans that I upcycled some of Dane's jeans that he didn't wear anymore. I'm going to blow them all away. And if you want to make your any of your fabric go farther, I had run out of cow print fabric, so I just used a denim piece, and so it's the bottom of the pumpkin. Okay, so let's bring in, I think this one's good and dry, although it's going to take a lot of stuffing. Okay, so my tip of the year is, instead of buying a $16 bag of polyfill, like that glare, what I do is I buy a $3.50 pillow from my local Walmart, and it's stuffed full of the exact same thing that comes in a bag of polyfill. So $3.50 versus $15, I'd say that's a win. And then I also need to I'm going to bring that in because I'll need it here in a little bit. So I'm just going to get, Amanda said that's what she does. That is my number one tip. Do not buy polyfill anymore. Just go buy a $3.50 pillow. It is literally the exact same stuff. So I'm just going to, I leave a hole and whenever I sew up a pumpkin. And again, I don't know if you can see, I just do a running stitch. I just hand sew all the way around the pumpkin. And then I try to leave some thread so that I can I just rethread my needle, and then I can sew it back up easy peasy. So I'm just going to stuff the heck out of this thing. I really like the book page on there. It looks really fun. I don't worry about the bottom. I just do the top side. Oops, I got stuff on the floor. As I fall over. Okay. Just going to get a big old wad out of it out. Hopefully I won't need that much. So if any of you are local to me, I will be at the zoo, Rolling Hills Zoo, on Saturday. It's the Wild About Crafts, or it's I forgot what it's called. I do have two small cheetah print. I think I have this size. I have two cheetah print ones upstairs. So yeah. And I think these are 6. Well, I think I have $10 on the big one, 8, and 6 on the little ones. So I could save one of the cheetahs or I can always make her some. But yeah, I've got 2 of the small cheetahs upstairs. I just went through what I pulled out from when I took my booth down at Junk in the Trunk. And I don't know if I've told you all that, but I did vacate my booth at Junk in the Trunk. It just wasn't lucrative because they got to keep my first $100 of everything for my booth fee, and I don't have enough time to spin my wheels. So I'm no longer at the mall, but I'm still at Flipping Fabulous downtown, and I'm still at Raised Rustic in Ellsworth. But I will be doing the Sip and Sell craft fair at the zoo this Saturday from 5 to 9. There's going to be quite a few vendors. And you can kind of determine how much you want to stuff it. I think this might be good enough. I think that's good. Okay. Again, buy a pillow for $3.50, not the $15 bag of polyfill. So then I need to come. This is my little pumpkin making kit. So I'm just going to pull out a needle. So I usually use 2 kinds of needles. I have just a regular sewing needle for my thread, and I use button thread because it's usually a lot thicker and it's just a better thread. It's a little more heavy duty than just all-purpose thread. So I always get the button thread. And I usually I have navy, brown, white, black, and cream, and that's usually the colors. Benita says she can't wait for the craft show next weekend, and Amanda says you would like the cheetah ones. Oh wait, Amanda said she meant to ask this morning if Actually, Thea asked about it. You tried finding my stuff yesterday at the mall and couldn't. Yeah, I moved out. Last weekend. Yeah, last weekend. That way they could get people moved around and moved in before yesterday when they had that vendor event. So I moved out a little early. I kept waffling back and forth. You know, I have that fear of missing out, but it just wasn't. 3 is too many to try to keep up with. And that was the most expensive one. So that one had to go. And I wasn't too keen on working Saturdays, some Saturdays. Okay, so I threaded my needle. And so I need to figure out where I'm at here. I literally just do a running stitch to sew it back together or to finish sewing it. So I just go back and forth. It's kind of tedious, but once I get it stuffed, then it's kind of smooth sailing. It's the initial hand sewing that takes the longest. Amanda, do you guys have Grow Group? So I just need to, I guess I can bring, when do you want those pumpkins? Do you want them before next Sunday? Let's say we can swing them by Grow Group, your Grow Group, or you can swing them by your house. So I know this part's kind of boring, but it's part of the process. That way your stuffing doesn't come out. But I'm almost to the end. Oops. I don't lose my needle. These jeans are kind of thick. They were kind of hard to get through. So and then I usually go 2 or 3 stitches past where I started. That way I know nothing's going to come apart. But it's not pretty by any means, but what did I do here? Where did my tails go? There they are. Okay, sorry, I'm off camera again. Okay, so then I just tie a knot. And this, again, is not professional sewing, but it works. Amanda says, no rush. But we also have to get excuse to see you. You're welcome to join our group this week we have group, but as I say, we don't meet till 7, so we could swing it by on our way there. And so then I just kind of squish everything. And sometimes you can stick your needle, like if I kind of have a weird thing going on there, if you need to get some stuffing, you can kind of poke your needle in there and kind of work things around. That looks pretty good. So this is what it looks like when it's stuffed. I gotta put this back so I don't lose it. So Garrison's having a birthday, huh? And so then I gotta figure out. Put that back in there. Don't want any loose needles. So then you just need to get a needle for the veins. I'm gonna pick. And then I use embroidery floss for this. And I'll probably just use white, but you could also use navy. Doesn't matter what you use. But I try to use the same on each set of pumpkins. Although on these, I thought it would be fun. Like this one is orange. This one is turquoise. And this one is black. And I think I used yellow and red on the other set. So whatever floats your boat. So you could match the thread, but I used brown on this one for some reason, and I used navy on the rest of these. Let's just use white, just because that'll match with our chalk paste. And so I just get a big, long strand. Turns 15. Holy cow. I remember when he was just not even in kindergarten. Actually, I think when we first started at Cross Point, he was like maybe 3. How old would he have been in 2012? Like 3? I can't add or subtract. But he was little. But we didn't know you guys then. But I knew who you were from my past life, and he was little. Okay, so for the veining, I try to start, well, it doesn't, usually on the prints it doesn't matter where I start, but I do make sure when I put my stem on that all the knots are covered, and which usually ends up being the top. So since this is the top, that's where I'm going to start on this one, because my stem and moss will then cover up all of my knots. So I just kind of eyeball the middle. If you're worried about it, you could put a mark before you sew everything up. But then I just poke it through the back. And then I kind of cinch it. I'm pulling on this side. And I'm kind of making that little tuft. And then I'm going to try to hold it as best as I can between my fingers on this side and my thumb on this side. I'm going to run my needle back alongside that knot and as close to that thread as I can. I don't know if you can see there you go. You can see my needle kind of poking out there. And then you just want to pull it tight. And then that helps to create that first tuft. And then I come back, I bring my needle around to the front again, and I do the same thing. I try to get as close to, you see my needle coming through yet? Here's my needle. And then I'll pull that. And then that makes that tuft. And then I bring my needle to the front again and just keep repeating that until you've split your pumpkin into 8 quadrants or little sections. Oops. So you just keep kind of pulling it tight. I've never had one rip on me yet. I keep thinking I'll make some eyelets for the middle to help reinforce it, but so far so good. I haven't needed any. Oops. Pull my tails out. So just keep doing that until you split your pumpkin into 8 little pieces. Okay, and I think this is the last one. Oops. Okay, so then pull it tight. And then I just put my needle under one of the vein strings and kind of make a loop. And then I put my needle back through that loop and create a couple knots. And then I trim that. And then let's put that away before we lose it, and then step on it, or the dogs step on it. You can use for the stem, you can use whatever you want. You could use like a cork. You could get a stick out of your yard and use it, which I've done. So there's what our tufted pumpkin looks like. I bought these in a huge package. But here's like a stick from outside. I bought a huge package of these, a couple of packages of these from Hobby Lobby years ago, and they work great. So for this long one, I usually will cut this into like, I kind of split that, eyeball it into 2/3. And then I use this little mitering. You could probably use some garden shears too. So then I save this one for the little pumpkins, and then that's for the big pumpkin. So let's grab my glue gun. And actually, we have this one out, we'll just do it. So I will just put a big dollop of glue down there. And then we'll just plop that down in there. And I kind of hold it till it dries. Let's do the same thing here. Hold that one till it dries. And then you can use like plastic greenery. I've used felt leaves cut from felt. But for my last couple of bunches, I've been using Spanish moss. It just seems to, it kind of mimics the vine that it grows on. And it's just, the plastic greenery sometimes melts under with hot glue. I did some felt leaves on some of them, and it didn't have the wow factor, but it worked good. But I do prefer the Spanish moss. Hold those a little bit longer. So again, for these, this is a little miter tool that I got on Amazon. For the middle-sized pumpkins, I usually just cut them in half. And that'll give me a stem for the, excuse me, the middle pumpkin. And I have not paid attention to where my knots are, so I'll probably put this one on the wrong side. Okay, so we'll hold that a little bit longer. Where did pumpkin go? This is a great craft for the. I think I did most of them in the car, except for the stems and the moss. It's a little messy in the car. Okay, so let's pull out. Oh, it's right here. Let's just pull out a little bit of moss. This stuff is messy, but it works well. Sometimes it's easier just to cut it. That'll get us all we need. So I just do it in like 4 different kind of bunches. Kind of wad it all up. And then I just add a little bit of glue to the pumpkin. And then I just stick it down in there. If you don't want to burn your finger, you can use it you could even use an ink pen. But these multi-tools are great because they're silicone based. They won't melt and you won't burn your finger. Pull out. That should do it. So I just kind of work in 4ths, 3s and 4s. Dirt clod on it. We'll just add this one here. And that one will be finished. And then any loose pieces, and kind of trim off. My fabric is mostly, well, the cow ones are fat quarters from Hobby Lobby. The rest of these literally are, well, this I got in a yardage. So I think a half a yard will do 2 sets of pumpkins plus an extra small one. So I did 2 big ones, 2 medium ones, 2 small ones, and then a 3rd small one out of a half a yard of fabric. But most of all of this, I think this was a remnant. This was yardage. These were fat quarters. But I just shop the remnant aisle just about every time I'm in Hobby Lobby. And so some of them were fabrics that I've had. The cheetah that I did was a fat quarter from Walmart. It's the Waverly fat quarters. Look at that cute little pumpkin. I just like the Spanish moss. I like it, better than the greenery. So there, those are our pumpkins. Let's go over some of today is the new month, so hello October. So let's go over a few things real quick. So the color of the month this month is Napa. So you can unlock the ability to purchase the color of the month with a $75 order. You can order up to 3. And these do sell out. So this one reminds me a little bit of Current Jam, but I think has a little more red in it. But they do sell out, so order quickly if you want to get the color of the month. The excuse me, promo for the month is perfect timing if you want to start holiday shopping. So if there are people in your life that are crafters, this would be a great way to pick up quite a few gifts. So it is Transfer Palooza. So if you buy 3 transfers, you get 1 free. So if you put 4 transfers in your cart, the lesser value, the transfer with the lesser value will be free. If you put 8 transfers in your cart, the 2 least expensive transfers you will get free, and so on and so forth. So again, holiday shopping, this is perfect if you want to get a jump start on your holiday shopping. If you are a Club Couture member, you get to take advantage of Transfer Palooza Plus, which you are still eligible for the buy 3, get 1 free, which will help stack your cart so that when you spend $100 US and or $100 Canadian, you can get a free London frame and a board eraser. So that's a really good deal. So buy your 3 transfers, get 1 free. You get a free London frame, which you can add to one of your transfers, and voila, you have the perfect gift for someone on your list. There's also a special out, and if you join to be a designer and purchase the designer perks pack and or become a new club member, you can get up to 12 transfers for free, or 12 retired. I don't remember. Let me go to my page and see what it says. I posted it on my page last week. Go look. So if you oh, it's the mini transfers. So there are mystery packs available. Let me come in here. Let's just do something on the fly. This is the joys of of StreamYard. So let's turn off the ticker. So here is the mystery pack information. So if you spend $100 on my chalk site, you can earn a 5-pack of mini icons for free. Oh no, that was through September. That was something else. But there is still. Okay, hold on. Sorry. There's still something else though. Let me go back to my post. There it is. Let's try this instead. Paste. Okay. If you enroll as a designer by purchasing the perks pack at enrollment or join Club Couture, you can earn a 12-pack of free transfers now through October 15th. So that's a darn tootin' deal, and that's a great way to get some more Christmas gifts. The London frame is, let's just go over here. Let me just show you. So let's share my screen. Let's see. Can you see that? Yes, you can. So let's go over here to, I'm in surfaces. And so the London frame it's a lot like the Grayson frame, in my opinion. So that is the London frame. And those are my prices. So I don't know what the London price is, regular price. But I can Let's take me off. That's okay. I can, I don't know what it is, regular price, but that is the London frame, if that helps. Okay, let me stop sharing. Okay. So that's that. Let me remove that banner. And then the Club Couture transfer, which I'll be using tomorrow night, is Forever Thankful, Always Grateful, Abundantly Blessed. And it comes with this oval chalk shape. And the colors are Bark, Cadet, and Shimmer Copper. So if you have questions about joining Club Couture, this month would be a great month to join. Not only do you get that free chalkable shape with your transfer, but you also get the 12-pack of transfers for free. So you've got 12 gifts right there and a gift for yourself. Just here's a little information about the show that I will be in this weekend, Wild About Crafts Sip and Sell Craft Fair. It is from 5 to 9 in the museum building at Rolling Hills Zoo. Excuse me. Let me go back to my comments. October transfer. What did I say? You love the October transfer. Yeah, I got to figure out how I'm going to use it tomorrow night. So, I should most likely, I will be live Friday night or Monday night. I've already scheduled for Friday. I'm not too sure about Wednesday because my parents will be in town, but I don't know for how long. So I've already scheduled Fridays. I'll get Mondays on the books. And if you make any cute little fabric pumpkins, definitely tag Robin's Egg Blue Creations in those. And I want to see your cute little pumpkins. So I'm excited. I need to get all these finished. These are mine. I'm going to make a big Dia de los Muertos display at home. But I'll have the Southwest. And I think there's already a set of these. If they haven't already sold, I have a set each at Flipping Fabulous and Raised Rustic. I think I have a set of mud cloth at each. I have a set of cow print at each. And then there's a couple florals, some leopard, some orange and navy flannel. I'm trying to remember what other patterns I did, but they're all that. And Jason just reminded me I need to do the drawing. So if you have not put pumpkin in the comments, I think it says down here, pumpkin in all caps. Go ahead and do that real quick. And I will draw. So let's see how many of you have done that. 2 of you have. Amanda automatically won last week's giveaway because she was the only one that commented. So, woohoo! All right. The allergies are making my throat tickle. Okay, we're going to go ahead and draw. So I'm going to share my screen again. Oops. Hit the wrong button. Share screen. Let's do this. Make sure you can see it. Yep, you can see it. So I have 2 entered. No, you're fine. I'll save out those 2 because I can't guarantee that there aren't any leopards at Flipping Fabulous or Raised Rustic. But I definitely know I have 2 upstairs. And if you want or medium or large size, just let me know and I can stitch those out real quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw for... Oh, it added Jason to it too, but if he wins, I'll redraw. Amanda won! So I owe you for 2 weeks. Congratulations. Thanks for watching this evening. And I will get with you. Maybe you'll win a few pumpkins. We might just do that. That might be your two giveaway things. Okie doke. So I will see you again tomorrow night at probably 8 o'clock again. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening. And again, if you make any pumpkins, let me see them. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great week. If I don't see you, and I'm going to hop off if I can get my mouse to work. I love that technology doesn't work. Okay, doke. See you later.